Welcome back, everyone. Going into third hour here on week number 32. Neal, what's going on?
Not much is going on. You guys are gathered around Leia's unconscious body as these strange creatures are scattered about you, ripped to pieces by your arrows and axes, and maces, flails.
Morningstar. Anyways.
Yeah.
Voidtech, is she dead?
She'll be all right. I need to sleep before I can heal her more.
We should, you could cover her up with some trees and no one would bother her. Maybe.
No, it's okay. We can... wait a second. We can take our lives. We can take her back to the place. We can make camp. And when I sleep, I can heal her up, wake her up. It's fine.
Okay. We probably need to get out of here. That's the second time now. We should just go and maybe not fight again if possible. Marius, can we sneak? Is that possible? You're muted.
Oh, okay. I've been talking. All right. Can we sneak? I say, questioning.
Yeah. Like, can we move underneath the cover of night? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I think it would be wise to not fight again, and I will keep my eyes to the skies. If I see any more of these creatures, I will alert us. But I agree, secrecy and not being seen is our best bet here.
Okay.
I'm going to fireman style carry her then.
What is that? You throw over her shoulder?
Yep.
Okay. I guess I start trying to walk. How far away from our original camp? Are we close, Neal?
From where you camped earlier?
This is day
Like last
one. We're
night?
3 days away.
Is this day one still or day two?
Mm-hmm. Day one.
Yeah, because you slept at the very start of today's episode, then you found the portal, and this is still later that day.
Yep.
So what time of day is it then?
It's 2 in the afternoon.
Okay. Have we seen any caves or anything out here where we can make a nice...
No, it is a kind of a rocky hillside, though. It's a gentle hillside with trees and a very rocky soil. So there's occasionally like a big boulder that you can find shelter near or under or beside, but there's no big caves.
I don't have like the fucking detect caves or something as a dwarf, do I?
No, you do not have detect caves.
Okay. I guess, yeah, I start walking the way that we came in to the best of my ability and start looking for things that we've seen that are similar to where we've been. Or the from where we first walked through the forest. If you know what I'm saying.
So you're looking for...
I'm trying to leave at this point. I'm walking.
Oh yeah, well
back.
it's pretty easy to leave the forest. You just head west, and you'll eventually run into the river or leave the forest.
And
Northwest is a little faster.
I'll keep while Marius is looking at the sky. I'll keep an eye out for a place to take shelter.
Okay. It is not too long. You guys make it out of the woods before sundown.
Okay. And it's clear skies. There's not.
It is
any...
clear skies. They're off in the distance to the west. They're darker, but where you are, it's clear. You come out in this area where all the logging has happened. You see the logging town that you were kind of stationed in or were in right before you came out here. To your north, about 10 miles. You could make it there late tonight if you really hoofed it, but the sun is coming down about now.
Yeah, if we can, I guess we just
Let's hoof it.
What?
Let's hoof it, right? Is there any penalty for going quickly?
It's nighttime. It's scary out there, man.
I say we take a break. I need to rest so I can heal her.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think we should. I'm sorry, Marius,
if you need to rest to heal,
well, no,
we
we should rest. It's not just us. It's you as well. You should rest.
I will go along with the party.
I can tell you stories of my friends.
He's got a lot of them. He's got a lot of
A lot of stories.
Yep. And we need to make sure that Leia's all right. We can't. I don't want to walk and have her. I mean, what if Wojtek just tripped? She'd probably die. You never know.
I could trip and fall and land on top of her, you know.
Yeah, that would kill her. I mean, anything. If I threw a rock at her dead body, like at her lifeless corpse right now, she'd probably die. If we just threw a rock at her. It happened. Death would occur. Hey, Marius, how's it going?
I'm just waiting till we rest. I'm chilling.
I can't do it anymore. I eventually just like walk off and start making a camp. I would assume we're just camping in the middle of nowhere.
You guys camp, yeah, because you have trees behind you, and then you just have open field of stumps until you hit the town. And if you look out to the left, you have open field of stumps until you hit like a eventually open grasslands that slowly goes down until you run into the river, and you can even see beyond the river a little bit to the Vrossi area.
I guess we make it at like the forest edge. That'd probably be the best. Do you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, we make that camp.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we do anything else.
And as we make camp, I make sure Leia is covered and like, kind of not necessarily like hidden, but you know, not in plain sight. And then I go to sleep.
Okay.
And Marius is actually, I guess me and Marius both do watch.
Yeah.
We both take our respective watches.
Okay. Night passes uneventfully, and you guys wake up in the morning.
Then I wake up, walk over to Leia, and I cast Cure Moderate Wounds. By the way, I guess for my spells, Neal, I will replace... I'm going to replace Enthrall and... Well, just one Enthrall with Moderate Wounds, so I have 3 now. And then I'll take out Command and cast, and have a light one. So I've got 3 light, 3 moderate. So here's the one on Leia, moderate. God damn it!
Well, she's at 2 now instead of, right? Because it goes back to negative, or she goes back to 0 when
yeah, she's at 0. She's at 2, but I'm just saying I rolled a 1 on my freaking D10.
Oh.
So I'm at 2?
Yeah.
If you take any magical healing, you go up to 1 HP.
Oh.
So I'm at
Flat,
1.
like it doesn't matter if you would heal her for 1. You can change your spell if you want to put that in mind.
No, it's okay. That was a light then.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
and
say
now I'll
light.
cast it, a moderate on her. So she's at 1. Now she's at 4. I'm a really good healer, guys. And then I'll cast another light, so I have 1 light after this. God damn it.
I'm at 5 now.
You're at 5. Well, whatever. That's half your freaking life anyways.
It's true.
So as you come to,
Ah!
we're all standing over you.
What happened?
You,
Marius shot a bow and hit you on accident.
you're being grabbed. It had you up in the sky.
Marius?
And he also got grabbed, yeah.
Would not believe what this man says.
Ah, the creature grabbed me, didn't it? I remember now.
What was it
So
like?
you saved me, Marius.
Wait. Leia, what?
What about chopped liver here?
Leia, what? Leia, what did it feel like to fly? What was how did it feel like to
I
fly?
bound you with my own hands.
No.
Tear off your robe.
Thank you.
Good job, Wojtek. You're very good.
Thank you, Wojtek.
It's very good. What was it like to fly?
Scary.
Okay. I just
mean,
want to know. I've never flown before. I want to know what that's like.
You can cover up now, by the way. No need to.
I cover up. What happened to my clothes?
I couldn't have anything get in the way of the healing hands.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
That makes sense.
It's magic and healing.
So I kind of just tie my clothes together or something with like a belt, I guess. Yeah. Neal, do I have new spells or should I just keep what I had? What happens?
You lose all your spells when you are knocked unconscious.
So I lose all of them, even those that I had.
Yes.
So right now I
You
have
to,
none.
Yep, you have to rememorize spells.
Oh, I have no spells.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad. I was worried. I'm glad it's all good now.
Thank you. That's sweet.
I kind of assessed the others. How messed up is everybody as well?
I
Damage
am. If you had to look at like
My character.
when I
If
look
you could attach a
pristine,
number to it. Yeah.
yeah, it out of like arbitrarily 42, I'd be at like a 23.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I know that's kind of weird. But
Sure it does. Jasper,
I'm
how fucked up are you?
I'm good, friend. Don't. He needs it. Marius needs
Alright.
it more, please.
I'll do one on Marius for this first day. D10 plus 1. Oh, there it is. God damn it.
when he
Okay.
does it, by the way, I lean in close and I whisper and I say, "I notice you didn't need to remove all of my clothes to heal me."
It's
And
a
I give
trade secret. It's a
little
trade
wink.
secret. No, it's the healing hands. If you're unconscious, I need to get at your crippled body.
I just say this between me and him. It's just like a little.
Then I cast this one on me. God! All right. And then I cast the last Cure Light Wounds on myself. For 5.
Not bad. Not bad.
And that's all my healing for today.
Is that okay?
I'm tapped out, so I need to travel and be careful, and then I can heal us all up again the next day.
We should be okay. I'm not. I think we can make it back to town. And what's the plan?
Well, we accomplished the mission, friend.
Well, not really. I mean, you could. The guy closed the portal. We didn't close the portal. In fact, I don't even know if we got to the portal. That was just a portal.
You'll have to trust me, friend. That was the portal, and we closed it. We're good. We just got to go back now and
Okay,
claim
all
our
right.
rights.
All right. You okay?
Get our next mission.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's start. As we got a long journey, let's go.
Okay.
Let's walk.
You guys continue the next day, and you make it to the town, the logging town. You see there is I forget. No, we never. Well, we didn't introduce him. That's why I don't know him. There's a man.
It's a mountain, but how big is the pile of gold when we come in?
You know what? It's invisible right now. They're trying to hide it from potential thieves, so you can't even see it.
I cast detect invisibility.
Yeah.
You don't have that memorized today.
All right, I cast detect invisibility.
Shit. You see the invisible pile of gold.
So when we walk into town, what's going on in town?
You walk into the town, and there is a man there. There's a bow slung over his shoulder and a quiver of arrows at his hip. He sees you guys approaching and seems to be waiting for you because he's kind of looking at you guys as you're coming up to him. And as you get to within talking range, he says, "So, are you the 4 adventurers I'm supposed to be picking up?"
Who's asking? I look back and like wink at the party, as if I've done something good.
Who's asking?
My name is Yip.
Yeah, but who do you work for?
You notice by the emblem on his chest, he is a soldier of the Longborn family. He points to the crest and goes, "Longborn.
And
I was supposed to come and find your remains if you didn't show up in a couple of days."
They didn't think we'd be successful? Why were you sent in to pick our remains up? Were we being tested? This is awfully suspicious.
All I'm know is that I'm supposed to either take you back, or if you don't show up here in a couple of days, go find you and make sure. Well, I shouldn't say make sure, but confirm the suspicions that you're dead.
Saying weird stuff. Guys, I think we find our own passage back.
I cast EMP on the dude.
EMP,
ESPN.
ESP.
And EMP.
All right,
Yeah, that-
so you start
Electromagnetic
casting
pulse.
a spell. All right, it's weird that he doesn't get a save for ESP. It's very broken. But you detect his surface thoughts. Mostly, you're getting kind of sarcastic, like, "God, these guys are dense. Won't they just shut up? Don't they know I don't want to talk to them?" That's kind of what you're getting out of him.
He doesn't want to talk to us.
He's a soldier of the
Hey,
Longbourn
look at that.
Kingdom.
There's a smart person.
Hey,
Let's
but
just-
you're talking to us, so we're
He's
talking.
supposed to help us get back. Let's just follow him.
But what about what you know what I can't talk about?
I don't understand a fucking word you're saying.
Well, if you guys are interested, we're headed back. I'm headed back with or without you today.
Yeah,
We have a
seriously.
wagon that will
Let's
take
go
us.
with him. Come on.
I board whatever kind of
Sure,
is it
let's follow him.
spaceship.
Jump on the ride. Yeah, the
He
airship.
leads you to a covered wagon, and he motions that you should hop in back.
Hop
I
back.
back.
Okay. He takes off with the wagon, and you guys arrive 3 days later at
Wait,
the
wait.
front.
At
Unless
each
there's
day
some-
we stop, right? And sleep.
Yes, each day you stop and sleep.
Then can we just
You're
say
not
heal
crazy.
everyone?
Yeah.
If it's unimpeded.
Unimpeded. Everyone's back at full. It's fine.
Sweet.
Of course you stop and sleep. You think anyone could go that long without stopping and sleeping?
Only a true god could, Neil. Only a true god.
I'm sorry, that does not take 3 days. That would have been 1, 2... No, that's 3 days.
Yeah, you told us that long.
Oh, 4 days to get to Rustwood. There we go. So it takes you 4 days to get back. So you've been gone... It's been 5 days since you've been at the portal when you get back to Mezinga. Okay. You arrive.
Oh,
The guy identified as Yip hops off the wagon, or you guys pull into the city, and as you're climbing out, he hops back to come back and meet you and goes, "Well, at least you guys weren't noisy like the last bunch. Good passengers. Good luck in the future, and see you later."
See ya,
Yeah.
yep.
hi.
Yeah.
Before
he
we
takes
leave, I say privately to him, if you are ever tasked to a mission with our group again, just know that if your job is to come out and find our dead bodies, you will never have to do this task as long as our party is on the mission.
Makes my life easy.
I walk out.
Okay.
Got him.
So, now what do you guys do? Over the course of the journey, he had said that you were supposed to report back to King Longbourn.
Yep.
That's where we go.
Can I cast astrology and ask, is the baby safe here? I definitely know the date and time of birth of the baby, Neil.
Why do you know that?
Because I was with the party and I was with the baby. Like, someone would have told me. Helen, anyone?
I don't think
No?
so.
No,
Helen wouldn't
never
know the
once
age
did
either.
you. Never once did you express interest in the age of the baby.
Well, is the baby safe here? Do I really need to know the age and birthplace of the baby?
Victorian was there the day she was born,
Well, we had its mother with us for like.
Yeah, but I don't
well, with
think
me,
you ever
not with you
asked her.
guys.
Oh.
No, but I was there when it was born, so if it
Yeah.
would have come up in conversation, like, how did you start this journey? Well, it was the night of blah, 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 when the child was born, and
Maybe if there, yeah, but no one had ever. No, there was no conversation about that. You have no idea you don't know the exact day and time the child was born.
there you go. Jen, get kneeled.
Sorry.
So I can't ask if the baby's safe. I can't ask anything about anyone, basically, ever.
No, ever.
What about
Astrology
if I say, should I listen to what the men said, since it concerns me?
Jen, think of this astrology thing as like the when you read the paper and it's like, oh, if you're a Leo, you should expect blah 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 and blah 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 today. That's the sort of shit that it's useful for. It's useful for like looking up future things about yourself, maybe the people that you're intimate with. This is not a get information from the DM for everything. Like, this is a very vague, very general. You're looking at the stars, like, oh, maybe in the next 30 days there might be a large battle coming for us. Like, it doesn't answer specific questions. It gets vague ideas about large concepts. I can read the description for you again.
Well, what if I ask, like, should I stay in Longboard territory?
I'm going to just read this for you. The proficiency gives the character some understanding of the supposed influence of the stars. Knowing the birth date and time of any person, the astrologer can study the stars and celestial events and prepare a forecast of the future for that person. The astrologer's insight into the future is limited to the next 30 days, and his knowledge is vague at best. If a successful proficiency check is made, the astrologer can foresee some general event, a great battle, a friend lost, a new friendship made, etc. The DM then decides the exact prediction based on his interpretation for the next few, or on his intentions for the next few gaming sessions. Note the prediction does not guarantee the result; it only indicates the potential result. It is if a proficiency check is failed, no information is gained unless a natural 1 is rolled, in which case the prediction is widely inaccurate. Clearly, this proficiency requires preparation on the advanced knowledge on the part of the
I
DM.
remember that part.
Because of this, it is permissible for the DM to avoid the question, blah, blah, blah. The characters with the astrology proficiency gain a +1 bonus to all navigation checks, provided the stars can be seen.
So if I ask about myself, should I stay in, like, I guess, am I safe in the Longbourn area?
So as you look at the stars that night, you get the sense that great danger lies ahead.
Ah, great danger. What a surprise. Alright. Thanks, astrology. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, what do you guys do?
I'd assume we report back about the mission to the
Right.
Longbourn King.
Okay. You guys show up at the king's place, or in the area where you would expect to meet with the king, and are greeted by a pair of guards who you do notice have the Crimson Hound on their jerkins.
Okay. How do they greet us? What do they say?
I mean, they're just guards. They stand there and say, what is it that you need?
We've returned from our duties in the field. We'd like to see the king, please.
They nod. One of them goes off, and half an hour later, you end up meeting with the king.
King, I believe you told us to walk through the portal. We couldn't, as there's a brown-robed man, but the portal is closed and the beasts are slain. Mission
Who is the
mostly
brown-robed
accomplished.
man? He says. When you're meeting with the king, he is also flanked by a dwarf and another man. Ryan, you recognize the other man as the head of the head of the family of the kingdom you are under. The dwarf is the head of the dwarves, and King Longbourn is the head of the Longbourn family.
Okay.
Okay.
I do not believe we got his name, but Leia recognized him.
Leia, who is this man? Why was he near the portal?
I just know that his name is some Captain Glass or something, and he was in charge of which city, Neil?
No, Captain Glass is a very different man.
It wasn't him?
No,
I thought it
Captain
was
Glass
him.
was a soldier.
Oh, so Captain Glass was the guy who referred me to the wizard.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's just a wizard that takes care of portals and teleportation. That's all I know about him.
The dwarf says he clearly works for the enemy. What did he say?
My lord. He spoke with Leia. He didn't, and one word with Marius. He didn't say
Leia,
much.
what did he say?
He said to give him the baby.
And
In 3 months. In 3 months' time to return to that spot. That's 3 months' time.
the other human, slams his fist on the ground and says, or on the table, says, "This is ridiculous. We can't be trusting the child to some human that we don't even know."
Is this man human? It says that.
Yes.
How does the dwarf react to that? Is he just kind of like nodding?
Yeah, he nods, arms crossed.
I just nod, keep my arms crossed as well. In agreement.
Okay. General Longboard looks back and says, "Well, we're definitely not giving the baby to some Ferocity agent that appears in front of portals. However, it does bring into question your loyalty," he says, looking directly at you, Leia.
Why?
Some man shows up where you are via a magical portal that is
Well,
bringing
you sent
through
us to that
Ferocity
portal.
soldiers and asks you
didn't
to
know
bring
where
the
it
baby to him. That
With
does
all
sound
due
very
respect, my
suspicious.
lord and my lady, she did bring us the child itself. There could be that, they know each other from past acquaintances, but maybe she's quite all right.
Indeed, but after 50 years of war with Verossi, I'm not going to ignore little coincidences like this.
You know that I didn't know where the portal was, and you sent me there, so I don't see how I'm related to any of this.
Then you must be as thick as a brick.
She could be. That's quite possible.
Bricks, generally, my lord, are much...
Jasper, it's a figure of speech. It doesn't mean it literally.
Oh, okay.
Would you three please speak with me? Leia, you're dismissed.
See you later, Leia. Have a good one.
I leave.
Okay.
Did you say at
ease?
ease?
Do what?
I said I leave.
Oh, I thought Leah said at ease.
Leia approaches, or not Leia, the rest of you approach the table as he beckons you forward.
Yeah.
And in a more intimate setting, he says, so, what have you learned from this woman? Is she someone we can trust? Based on this interaction, do you think that she is a spy?
My lord, she fought with us and risked her life. Actually, almost dying, and still with us today. So I think if she's either a really good spy or a really bad fighter, and I think it's the second one. She almost died.
With all due respect, it is possible, of course, that she's a part of some nefarious plan, but she, like he says, she almost died, and she did bring us the child.
It's true. That has a lot of weight to it.
Consider my position. We have been fighting this war for a very, very long time. And for the first time in 50 years, we have gained an advantage. We're in this child. We're still not sure what that advantage is, but it is ours now. Would you risk... He pauses, fingers together for a moment. Do you think that she poses a threat to us? And would you be willing to risk the entire war effort on that? On your answer.
I don't think she poses a risk. No,
I am willing to bet that this Leia, though she perhaps is a spy, perhaps she could be against us, but I believe she will be much more useful to us. She is the only one, at least as far as I know, who has any sort of ties with the Verossi, and could be much more useful to us with us than against us.
I have to agree with the whispering weirdo. There's a good point that we had here. She is also a Verossi counteragent of sorts, so we could turn her information against the people that she came from. You could use the information.
Also,
Yes?
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, my lord. Please, sorry.
The man on the right, King Balbanes, he's your king, Ryan, says, well, if that is settled then, we have a gift for you, along with more work. Would you please see Chancellor Zalbag in the next room? He says, pointing towards the door, which is not the door Leia exited.
Do you think, Bob Owners, that it's possible that I could have my armor repaired as well? It was spat upon by a black leathery beast with wings like a skinned cow that glistens with oil.
Sorry, his name is not Balbanes. His name is Swiftwind. King Swiftwind, my bad.
Yes.
Yes, your armor will be taken care of. Go find someone. I'm sure you have the funds to do it. And he just kind of waves you off very dismissively. The dwarf hasn't really said too much. He just keeps sitting there stroking his beard, occasionally leaning back and crossing his arms, only to drink something and then keep stroking his beard some more.
Are they basically kicking us out at this point? Is that?
Yeah,
what's
you're getting
happening?
that impression.
I approach Lord Emberstone. I'm just like, my lord, may we talk in private? And I'm just stroking my beard the entire time. I'm stroking my chin because I don't have a beard. I'm emulating what he does, basically. Without the
Come
beard.
to my chambers this evening.
Great. Okay. Thank you. I bow and walk out.
Okay. You guys head the direction that swift wind pointed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see on the other side there is a man, Chancellor Zalbag, who is the right hand man of King Longborn. This is the man with the red hound on his chest. This is the head of that family. And he nods to you guys and brings you to a small room next to the armory that you've seen the door a million times, but you've never really noticed or paid much attention to it. He brings you in and sets before you a long but narrow chest and opens it up. Inside is a quiver of arrows, a quiver of sheaf arrows numbering 20 in count. There's also a longsword, and there is a shield. No, you can't fit a shield in that chest. A cache of potions. 3 potions in quantity. He motions to the arrows, magic. Motions to the sword, magic. Motions to the potions, magic. These are for you. You better not waste them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you tell us what these items do?
Those are fire arrows. They will ignite on impact, scorching your enemy. The sword is your, well, I hate to say your standard magical sword, he says, and give me charisma checks really quick.
Ooh. Does my hotness count?
No.
Damn it.
This is gonna be a big one for me. Well, I mean, it wasn't bad.
30.
What do you mean not bad?
Credit.
So
charismatic.
29.
Okay, so Marius and Wojtek, you notice that as he says, well, just a normal magic sword, he glances down at his own short sword, kind of upset, it seems. He seems a little bitter by it. Magic sword, long sword, and those potions, he points to them. Healing, he says, pointing to the blue one. Growth, he says, pointing to the green one. And fire breathing, he says, pointing to the red one.
What in the fuck does fire breathing do?
Breathe. Fire comes from your mouth.
You're being outsmarted by a man half your size.
I once knew a man named Billy the Goat, and he could fart out of his anus.
He was
Such a torrential smell. It made the milk curdle in your cup.
He was a man named Billy the Goat?
It's called the Goat.
Why was he called the Goat?
It's another tale.
Damn it. Shit. All right, I'll hold you to that,
day.
Wojtek. I'll hold you to that.
Do you guys mind if I take the sword? It would do nicely in my hands.
I have no need for it.
I also have no objection to this.
I'll take the arrows.
I would rather have the arrows.
Because I don't think Marius needs.
These are arrows, not crossbow bolts, right?
These are arrows. Flight arrows.
Right.
Are you sure, Marius?
Sheaf arrows, I'm sorry.
They would not fire out of your crossbow.
All right,
Neal,
you can have the arrows.
Do I know this sword to be a +1 then?
I'll let you know after you use it in a couple of battles.
Okay.
Well, then I'll take all these potions, I guess.
Okay. So,
what does the Crimson guy say anything after that?
No, he, sees you guys take it, shuts the lid, pushes it back to another place, and looks at you guys very haughtily and says, "I have better things to do with my time." Physically pushes past you guys, and storms out, going somewhere else.
What's we supposed to be told a mission?
Do you have a mission, sir? We said that was another reward, and you have not given us one, sir.
He just keeps walking away.
They call him the Red Hound, but sometimes you could see it as the Red Bitch.
He is a... Yep.
It's a word for a female dog.
Okay.
If I had my command spell, I'd make him piss himself right now.
I'm glad you don't.
Actually, you know what, Neal, as he's walking out, would he know that I'm casting command on him?
Yeah. If it succeeds, yes.
Never mind then.
Well, he would know a spell was cast on him. He wouldn't know the author of the spell, so to speak.
I guess it's probably pretty easy to figure out.
Probably.
I was like, it could have been anyone.
Any cleric standing nearby. Anyone.
I need to go speak. I've requested an audience with Lord Emberstone tonight.
Yes,
so,
but before we're supposed to find out what they want us to do next. Someone was supposed to tell us.
Can you go get Leia and find that out? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, great. I'll meet you guys outside.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
I don't care.
Okay, let's go with Jeff. Jeff, you meet up with Leia?
Yeah, I go knock on her door or something.
Well, she doesn't have a door. She's in a waiting room, but yeah, you meet up with her.
I knock on the door to the waiting room.
Leia,
you can come in.
Then what
Leia,
do you do?
we're supposed to go figure out our next goal and our mission. Do you want to come?
Sure. What's going on?
We literally don't know.
Why did they kick me out?
I suppose it's because they're not sure that they trust you entirely yet, but I put in a good word. I think you're a good person.
All right. I trust you.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I think they'll eventually come around to it. You've done a great thing by bringing the child here.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right, then let's go.
So where do you guys go?
Lead her back to like Marius and that area. Someone in there told us we were supposed to get another mission, so I guess.
Yes, but they didn't actually give it to you. Dun, dun, dun. Not that that's super important, but eventually you'll get called into a thingy. Let's not even bother dealing with this. JP, later that evening, you meet up with the Dwarf Lord.
Is it?
The Dwarf Lord.
What is my relation like? Is this normal for me to do this, or is this completely out of the ordinary?
This is pretty out of the ordinary for you to approach the Dwarven King and ask for an audience, and then for him to grant it in his private chambers. It's a little out of the ordinary.
Do I have any past relationship with this guy? Or is it just
No.
he's kind of the Dwarf Lord and I...
He's the Dwarf Lord, you're a dwarf. Seems like a match made in heaven.
Okay. Yeah, does he have like guards outside of his thing?
There are 2 guards outside, but they've been told that you are coming and they let you through.
Okay. Yeah, I walk in and do the normal like bow. And, I'm just like, Lord Emberstone, I'm sorry to have disturbed you on this eve. I
was hoping to talk to you anyway.
About
That Leia.
yeah, okay. What
I
would
don't
you...
trust the opinion of those ratty-ass humans. Tell me, what do you think of her?
Well, I believe she's actually a wood elf. I believe. Is she a human, sir?
Half-elf, human, full elf. She's not a dwarf, and I don't trust her.
Okay. I think that's... can I speak freely, sir?
I wouldn't have invited you here if you hadn't been. Now speak, damn it.
That's a little naive, I believe. I think that she's okay. You don't have to worry about her. If
Naive?
you said freely, I'm speaking freely, sir. I'm so sorry. I just kind of like bow and put my head down.
Give me a charisma check.
Great. This should be good.
Does he fart just a little bit?
You die.
Naive? I told you to speak honestly, not come in here slinging insults. Get the hell out of my room.
Oh, sir, please. I'm sorry. I do have important information. Can I believe that the Crimson Hound is not who he said, or there's something off about him. I just like blinked that
What
out.
are you talking about this red bitch for?
The man that came through the portal said that he was not to be trusted. I believe that is okay. All right. Whew.
He seems to settle down for a moment and go, who is this man? Tell me about him.
I don't know, but Leia seems to have known him, and I did not talk to him. I did not trust him, sir. But
That's why I don't trust her. What did he say about the Crimson Hound?
he said he's not who he says he is, or he's not to be trusted. It didn't sound good. It didn't sound good. What?
Chancellor Balbanes has been helping us these past years in the war. He's proven a resourceful ally over and over again. Had he wanted to crush us, he probably could have.
Is that the Crimson Hound?
Aye.
Perhaps he's grown. His ego has grown too much, sir, and maybe he seeks more power. Perhaps humans tend to do that, you know.
Perhaps he's actually an enemy spy.
I mean, maybe. Perhaps he's also a dog in the human's body.
Well, that's certain. But
That's yeah.
is it possible that this Leia woman is supposed to be meeting up with him at some point, and this was a warning not to trust him after all?
Perhaps. Would you like me to look into it, sir?
Well, seeing as you're stuck with her for the time being, I would appreciate if you kept a careful eye on her. I don't trust her, and you may call it being naive, but here in the real world, where we're not drinking water all the
sir.
time,
I'm sorry, sir.
it's more of a matter of
Yes, sir.
safety.
Yes. Safety. Do I have permission to act on any suspicions, or do you just want information?
What is your primary objective in your life, dwarf?
To make a name or to carry on my parents' name.
Aye. And what sort of name do you want your family to have? A good one or a bad one?
I mean, a good one, but good one.
Do you have no conviction, no balls? Has your time with the humans made you a coward?
I do, yes. Maybe.
Oh, son of... Do what you do for the good of the realm. I leave the decisions in your hands.
Oh.
Okay. And
Okay.
he mutters and seems to ignore you and goes back to his desk and sits down and starts pounding away at something with a hammer.
Okay. Yeah, I leave.
Okay. The rest of the party is all meeting up at some point, and a messenger arrives, saying that you are to be rounded up for a meeting. You get brought into a room, and the room contains General Longborn and Chancellor Balbanes.
Okay.
Yes. The two of them are seated around a circular table, and there are four more seats around the table for you guys to sit in. They bring before you a map. And I will paste the map in our program for you.
Oh. I'll show it on screen.
Standing at the fortress marked Fernal. I'm sorry, in between Fernal and Yilkvad. Between Fernal and Yilkvad is a marker, a little flag. And above Yilkvad, between Yilkvad and Obel, is another flag. With four of you seated, General Longborn points with a long stick to the northern flag, the upper one, and says, "We are going to make an attack here. A push in a couple of days' time. You four are going to land here," he says, pointing between Fernal and Yilkvad. "Your mission is to sneak into Yilkvad, find whatever it is that creates their anti-magic aura around the castle, and destroy it. This war has stalemated for long enough, and things are not going well for us. We need to be able to push across the bridge and take their city if we ever hope to make a difference. Now, we have captured an orc who was recently swimming across, trying to spy, undoubtedly, and managed to get this information out of him." He glances a look at Balbanes. Balbanes picks up after this. "The orc says their orb is very similar to ours. Surprise, surprise. We will show you ours later tonight. If you can sneak into Yilkvad, into its dungeons where the orb lives, you can crush it and end the anti-magic shield surrounding the castle. Our attack is a feint. It's not going to be a full commitment, although we do expect to lose many troops in the process. This is probably our only shot at making this happen, because if they realize we know the location of the orb, they will move it, and I doubt you can sneak into a castle and search the entire thing. Do you have any questions?
Finally, a mission worthy of our party.
Excellent.
I don't believe so. I think it shall be done.
Seems pretty straightforward. We get on there, go smash an orb, and get out, right?
The doors burst open, and one man runs in, kneels at the side of the king, and then whispers something in his ear for 15 seconds. The king stands up, pushes away from the table, says, General, Chancellor Balbanes has everything else for you, and walks out with the messenger. And Balbanes looks at you guys and says, well, we do this in 3 days. Do you have any equipment or any needs? Make sure that it gets attended to beforehand. I will see to whatever it is you need.
Anything?
He glares at you. What?
It's been a dream of mine to wear full plate mail. It feels like since even a past lifetime. If it was possible, I could use that on the front lines even better.
You think plate mail just grows on trees? You think we have a excess of iron in the world and we aren't building weapons as fast as possible? You know what? We don't have time to equip every single soldier in the entire army with the best armor possible. We don't have the resources for that.
No, of course, but I thought perhaps if you're sending one on a super important mission to go destroy some kind of fucking orb and start the war, you know, maybe for that guy, you'd find a tree where the armor fucking grows on it and then give it to that guy.
I
bet the king would grant your request, but fortunately for the rest of us, there isn't enough time. You can't resize armor in 3 days. Can't get it to fit in that amount of time.
Always the time with you. You're right. You're right. I appreciate you even hearing me out.
Any other questions?
Now, I say a little sarcastically, bows, however, are made out of trees. So do you have any, perhaps, weapons I could use?
Didn't I already hand you a clutch of fire arrows?
You did, but...
there you go. There's your weapons.
You said the problem was the resizing with this man's armor, and you would not need to resize a bow for me.
No. Request denied. He points a finger at Leia. You have been suspiciously quiet this entire time.
Yeah, you have.
Do you have any ideas of what you want to do?
Any ideas?
Yeah, I'm considering how we can study the space. I'm wondering if a locate object spell would be effective, considering I can see the orb. Do you know if they're exactly the same?
Anti-magic shield.
Oh, true, Neil.
Well, you can't tell if that was Neil or the red bitch.
Yeah. That was Balbanes.
But like, yeah, good point. Then I guess I can't study anything. You're right.
It was me too, but... Just kidding.
Well, I guess I can't do anything then, yeah. I mean... I'm a magic user. The magic is not effective there.
Well, then maybe you should sit this one out, he says.
Maybe I should.
If you don't have anything you can contribute to the team, in fact, it sounds like you'd just be dead weight.
I can help them escape once we do it.
Listen, ball flare balls. She's she's been around. She knows the Verasi really well. She's an informant. She'll help us out. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, she's an informant, but for which side?
Dun dun dun. Yeah, right. Well, she almost died from a giant skinned bat monster that looks like a cow.
Listen, Wojtek, I know you've got a big mouth, and you're the nephew of the king, but that doesn't give you the right to speak to me this way. Any more lip out of you, and we will have you digging holes for the rest of the week.
You're absolutely all right. I apologize.
Good.
And then,
dismissed.
Neil, as a joke... well, I can't say that. That's not fair. I'm going to... if I were to cast... enchant, would he know that that's happening too?
If you cast chant?
No, enchant. It's when I start talking, and it's literally a real life filibuster.
Oh, you mean enthrall?
Enthrall, right? You can't think of.
He won't realize it
on
until
anything else.
afterwards,
Ooh,
and maybe not even then.
Yeah, I'd like to determine.
actually, I have something to tell you. If there is no possibility to use magic, then maybe I should come in with some armor so I can fight. Do you guys have some armor that might fit me?
Still a terrible.
You want to fight? Fine.
I mean,
We'll
if
give
I
you some-
can't cast spells, I can wear some armor at least.
Yeah, we've got some leather armor that will fit you. He says, sizing you up, and give you a sword. Smiles.
I got my own weapons. I'm okay.
Fine. So enthrall.
I look at Wojtek and I say, well, it would appear they only have leather trees here in this region.
Enthrall won't necessarily. They won't be necessarily like they won't know that magic has overtaken them. But if someone then looks back and be like, shit, I listened to this guy talk for half an hour for no reason, they might figure it out that way. But there's no inherent.
But he can't know for sure, right?
Right.
Then
I mean- Yeah.
So Neil, I cast enthrall, but before I give my speech, you go ahead. He gets a saving throw.
Yeah, he gets a saving throw, which is a fail.
Then we don't have to do the whole speech. I'd like to take up roughly 35 minutes, and I say
35-minute speech to him.
without interruption. I say, Red Hound, you're absolutely correct about my disrespectful talk, and I got to tell you, I don't want to ever talk down to you. I talk with the utmost respect. I love you. I love you like an uncle or a father or a brother or something of that respectful nature. And I've heard such great stories about your battles and your warriors and the trees where I'm a grow on them, and you're just such a wise, good figure. And I do that for 35 fucking minutes, and then I stop, and I go, "We should be getting on then," and I walk out of the room.
I need saving throws versus spell from the rest of you too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm enthralled. It doesn't matter.
All right.
I'm just gonna accept it.
You accept it.
I enjoy the stories, so I keep the stories.
16, I pass.
I fail.
Okay. So Leia, you're stuck listening to this. You know, it sounds like the best speech that's ever been given while he's
That's
giving
great.
it. Marius, everyone else in the room is staring transfixed at Wojtek. You are free to do whatever you please.
How entranced are they?
They can't think of anything else.
They're staring at him. What do you wanna
if somebody for example, if somebody came.
do? You don't know. This is
Okay, I
No,
do
if you
nothing.
attack-
You're gonna have to try something because you've never seen this spell in effect before. You can test it however you like, but I can't tell you what would happen since you've never seen the effects.
All right. Yeah, I don't do anything.
Okay. Darn. Cool. That goes off. Leia, they bring out some studded leather armor that fits you. It gives you a bonus of 3 to your AC and weighs 25 pounds.
AC 13.
Yeah.
Uncritical.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do, or are we just going to fast forward 3 days?
I think we just fast forward, at least
Neil,
for Jasper.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have some scrolls,
Yes.
and I'm wondering if I could learn the spells from the scrolls instead of use them for a one-time deal.
Yes.
Mm.
If
All
they are
right.
of a level that you can learn.
Can I know that before I try to learn them?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
What spells would you like to try and learn?
Well, I'm gonna first know my options. So I have Globe of Invulnerability, Wall of Force, Anti-Magic Shell, and no, I already have that one. Teleport. Scroll of Teleport.
You can cast what level spells?
I'm level 7.
So what level spell can you cast?
Level 4. Yeah.
Anti-magic shield, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Anti-magic shell is 6.
Shell. Yeah.
Wall of Force is level 5. Teleport is level. I'm looking for it. 5. And what was the other one? Globe of Invulnerability. Globe of. It's not minor globe. It's actual globe.
Yeah, it's actual globe.
6.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think all of them are out of your level.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Sorry.
All right. It was a good idea.
I want to replenish my arrow supply before we
You
leave.
can do that for free, actually.
All right, I'll do that for free.
Voitech, you can actually get your armor repaired for free. And that's all fixed. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do, JP? How
I
much
guess
time do
we
we have?
can just talk a bit.
Probably like 5 or so minutes.
Okay, so we'll do that mission next week. So is there anything else that we
Well,
want
we
to
have
wrap
another
up with?
hour.
Yeah,
Oh, we have another hour.
yeah, we're not done.
Oh no, yeah, we've got like 50 minutes. I thought you meant break till break.
I thought this was our final part. I was like,
No.
this really went by so fast. How did this happen? No, cool. Then let's break early and do it now.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sounds good. We'll take our break and we'll come back and go into the final 15 minutes or so. Where the fuck is my... There it is. All right, we'll be right back, guys.